The timetable said the last bus to Mab Ridge left at 11:48. I'd missed the earlier one arguing with someone who no longer loved me, and now I stood alone at a shelter on the edge of town, watching my breath fog under a broken streetlight. When the bus came, it was older than any I'd seen, and its number was not a number. It was a single word, painted where the route should be. Last. The doors side open. The driver didn't look at me. He was gray, all of him gray, and he held out one hand without a word. I didn't have exact change. He shook his head slowly and pointed at a small brass sign above the fare box. It read, "The fare is not money." Below that, smaller, it said, "One memory, your choice, or the driver chooses for you." I should have stepped back off. The doors closed behind me. The moment I named it, it was gone. I knew my mother had worn a dress at some occasion that had mattered, but the color was a hole in me now, a blank where something warm had been. The passenger across the aisle turned his head, slow as a clock hand, and whispered, "Small fares don't last the whole route. He'll come back. He always comes back. And he'll want more the closer we get." The windows showed nothing but black, no road, no town, no stars. But now and then the bus slowed, and the doors opened onto places I recognized. My childhood street. The hospital where my father died. Each time the driver said a name, and one of the gray passengers rose and stepped off into the dark, and did not so much walk away as dissolve, becoming part of the place, as if they had always belonged to that one frozen moment. The driver spoke again. "Mab Ridge in 3 stops," he said. "Your fare." I offered him things I didn't need. A phone number. A song I hated. He took them, and still we drove, and the price kept rising, because the closer to the end, he said, the more the road costs. 2 stops. He wanted the sound of my sister's laugh. 1 stop. He wanted the last thing my father said to me. I felt myself thinning, like the others. I looked at the gray figures around me, and I understood none of them had ever reached Mab Ridge. There was no Mab Ridge. It was the carrot, the destination that kept you paying, always 3 stops away, then 2, then 1, then somehow 3 again. The bus did not go anywhere. It only emptied you, mile by mile, and called the emptying a journey. I ran for the doors. They were sealed. I pulled the emergency cord, and the bus screamed to a halt in the middle of the black nowhere, and the doors sighed open onto nothing, onto a drop into pure dark. Behind me the driver rose from his seat. I did the only thing left. I gave the dark my own name, threw it out the door like a coin, and jumped after it into the black. I woke at the bus shelter under the broken streetlight, cold to the bone. It was 11:47. A bus was coming, old, its route sign painted with a single word. I don't remember my own name anymore. I don't remember who I was arguing with, or why it broke me. But I remember the fare, and I remember the rule, so I'm telling you now, whoever you are, standing where I stood. When the last bus comes, do not get on. Walk home in the cold.